You are listening to Reddit to Speech Stories. Welcome back, viewers, ladies, gentlemen, non-binaries and anyone with ears or other sound detection organs. Hope you enjoy. We are continuing with Doom Guy Isekai by Angry Spider.
Chapter 38, Doommates. The soldier grinned inside his helmet as the feeling moved around in his head, familiarizing itself with his mind and muttering to himself as he did.
No, seriously, what did I miss? And how am I back? Oh, never mind, I'll look around in your memories. Be right back.
Daisy hopped up onto Isabel's back, ruefully holding onto her feet. Okay, it was a bad move to get on the ground, I'll admit that. What do we do now? The soldier was in an excellent mood at the moment. Envy, having escaped him via Satan's interference, had been gnawing at him, and he was all too happy to remedy that particular itch. Aside from that, he'd officially destroyed an entire city of demons and their leader, and he only had 8 to go. He was looking forward to the mayhem, and the gore, and the rampage, and everything that came along with it. Including that, Handyman was back, and it didn't look like he was going away anytime soon. He took another look at the skill, unable to stop the smile from crossing his face.
Handyman, special perk. It's common for those new to Terracotta to be confused when dealing with the potentially difficult intricacies of the system. So in its infinite wisdom, the system saw fit to create a handful of entities to assist those from these alternate universes. These handymen were initially intended to last only a week, but some may retrieve and keep their handyman permanently by performing a significant action.
Rubbing his hands in anticipation, the soldier started heading back outside. Isabel and Daisy followed him, stepping over the rubble of the decimated wall as they did. Behind them, unnoticed by any of them, Envy's head rolled back into the still smoking crater. As they walked back down the unreasonably long hallway towards the entrance, the soldier was startled by a sudden yelp in his head.
You killed Envy? And an imp, and, good grief, what did that demon do to you that warranted that reaction? How do you kill someone that many TIO, he had an artifact. Wait, and you gave it to a rabbit? Sorry, Leperai. Why?
The soldier's mood improved as Handyman talked, genuinely happy to listen to his rambling.
And your perks, good grief, you don't maintain them at all. Do you know how many perks you could have evolved by now? How many skills were just waiting for you to press confirm? Look at this. Just look at it.
A blue board, separate from Handyman's frantic rant, appeared a short distance in front of the soldier's face, and he appraised it curiously.
Healing Punch, class skill. Do you have friends? We're surprised by that. Are your aforementioned friends hurt in any way? Punch them so hard their wounds die? It's so unimaginably rare for someone of your temperament and philosophy to acquire friends that the only requirement for obtaining this skill is to simply have at least one friend. This skill uses 15 MN to initiate and is activated by punching your given target. The amount healed is relative to the STR put into the punch.
The soldier glanced at Daisy and the faint scars on her shoulders and feet, thinking for a moment. Slowing, he walked up next to her and raised a fist. She didn't seem to realize what was going on at first. What are you doing? The soldier thought about the skill he'd just gotten and punched Daisy in the ribs. Instead of hurtling off of Isabel's back like gravity would have ordinarily requested, a colossal shockwave of red light erupting from his fist. As she stared down wide-eyed at the gauntlet fist resting at her gut, she opened her mouth and froze. Taking a deep breath, she lifted one of her feet and looked at the bottom. It's fine. Hooking a finger onto the collar of her shirt, she pulled it forward and looked down it, continuing in amazement, the scars are gone. Patting her on the head, the soldier turned around and moved onward, Handyman's texts practically screaming as the perk sorted through all of the soldier's unread notifications. There seemed to be quite a lot of them. It wasn't until they were outside the gigantic palace that the soldier remembered the demons he'd encountered beforehand. The cocoons had split open and were lying some distance away, dully colored husks of chitin. Nearby, working the kinks out of their joints, were what had formerly been the demons standing outside. They were significantly more muscular and even a bit taller. Dense rust-brown armor similar to the soldier's own covered their torso, shoulders, and stomach area. The armor came back once again to reinforce their forearms and legs, packed densely around the hands and feet. As for their horns, they looked significantly more metallic, with faint sparks of red electricity crackling up and down them intermittently. As soon as they saw the soldier, they instantly threw themselves to the ground again. This time, they did so in formation, almost as if they'd been practicing.
Since when did you leave demons alive?
The soldier was wondering the same thing, trying to remember what had been going through his head an hour earlier. Something to do with Daisy. The demon in the front crawled forward, stating, "Our lives are in your hands, Doom Guy. What do you command us?" Folding his arms, the soldier glared at the hapless demon. He really wanted to just shotgun this thing in the face, armor and all, but he'd already accepted their fealty. He was a lot of things, but he wasn't wont to break his word.
Huh, genocide doesn't apply to these demons. Oh, look, a manager. Yet another perk you're not taking advantage of.
Ignoring the latter half of the cheerily sarcastic statement, the soldier instead paid attention to the first part. They were immune to genocide. What was that supposed to mean?
Got it? Okay, so I might have missed a lot, but I've been taking a good look at all of these perks, and I found the one related to these demons of yours. Well, I wouldn't call it evolved, per se, but they've definitely changed class. Now they're demon, Doom's army, variants. That's a thing now, I guess. Why do you change the world so often? The other heroes are all, "Oh, let me slay this dragon, I'll save you, princess." That war will be over within the month. Not you, though. Nope, you go ahead and make two separate variants less than a month into your arrival. How?
Once again, the soldier ignored the vast majority of the text block and went straight to the heart of the matter. These things were recognized as a part of his army. He didn't need an army. He could rip and tear all on his own. As he glared at the demons again, they quailed under his gaze. He honestly couldn't use them for anything he could think of. But Alice could probably find a use for them.
I don't think this is a good plan.
For the third time that day, the soldier ignored him.
End of chapter. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, click the bell so you don't miss any episode and do all the other YouTube stuff. Visit and support the author. All the relevant links are in the doobly-doo, and comment your opinions, good or bad. And I'll see you next time. And as usual, have a wonderful day.